Hello and welcome to another episode of TP's Diary. In this episode we are going to do a walk around of my 1960 XK150 fixed head coupe. So I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, we'll start at the front and we'll walk our way around. So here we are. So we just have so this is obviously the front end of my XK150. I don't know if any of you are familiar with these, but they have this lovely sort of styling on the front. Certainly if you de-bumper them, some people take these bumpers off, but I actually like having it the way it is. So this is a completely standard car, pretty much. I've done a couple of little things on it, which I'll show you underneath in the engine bay, but it's completely standard. The only thing I have done, which is sort of something that I do pretty much with all the classics, is I have converted this car to LEDs. So now actually at night you can see, which is fantastic. So yeah, so I'm going to now show you the under the bonnet, and then and the sort of things that I've done there. Okay, so this is the lovely XK engine. This is a 2.8 litre version, I believe, because this was a very late XK150, first registered in 1960. So the ones before I think were 2.4, I think. I don't know, perhaps somebody could comment in the comments below, but this one was a 2.8, is a 2.8 litre, and it's completely standard. The only thing that is not standard is this car has a 123 ignition system on it. We've also put a aluminium radiator in it with a header tank, which meant I had to move the washer bottle, but apart from that it's completely standard. Okay, it's got things like a new alternator in it and stuff like that, but it's totally standard. It's a lovely engine. It fires up first time every time, even in the winter. And even though I never pushed this car, it's got plenty of power. I mean, you put your foot down and it really properly goes. So yeah, the nice thing about these cars is I own them and I maintain them because I want to drive them and I want to go cruising in them and do all that sort of stuff. And I suppose the purpose of these videos is really to show you the modifications or the maintenance that I do on these cars. With the view then I'll actually get to show you some of the trips that I do in them. So yeah, anyway, there's the engine. Let me get on now, and I'll take you down the sides of the car and the back, and yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so here's the interior. Very old, traditional type looking interior in these cars. The only thing I would say is this car has actually very early XJS seats in it. I do have the original seats, but the reason I've got these seats in is I'm actually 6'4", and so it just gives me a bit more leg room in order to be able to sit comfortably in the car for any length of time. It has a 4-speed Moss gearbox in it with an overdrive, so it quite easily will keep up with modern traffic, this car. Got a reasonable sized boot. You can flip the front of it down so you put longer items in it. So yeah, a reasonable sized boot. Ignore all my rubbish in the back there, but yeah, certainly big enough to go away for short trips and weekends. So down the side, I just love the lines of this car, and it's funny, I was going to go for a soft top, but then I saw this one and just absolutely fell in love with it. But I have to say, having a hard top, certainly in England, is pretty good. you know, it means we can get, you know, we can go anywhere all the time. Anyway, so, but you know, the lines of this car, the way the wings flow down to the doors, the 120s and the 140s dip down a lot more than this, you know, and they're a lot smaller, and actually, again, being quite a big bloke, I find this car much easier. So what else? I mean, you may have seen earlier in some other videos, I put these wing mirrors on. They have actually made a big difference, and I noticed quite a few owners have done the same thing. Here we've got our air conditioning. So we just open that up, allows air to go into the cabin, and yeah, it actually works very well. Obviously it's not air conditioning, but yeah. Other things, 185 by 16 tyres, and again, I believe they're all standard, so if they're not, please somebody tell me, but yeah. So anyway, I love this car. It drives beautifully now. I've done a lot of work, as you would have seen, on the front end of it. I've still got to do the rear leaf springs on the back. It's got aftermarket rear springs, and the shackle has a bolt in it as opposed to it being welded in, and the head of that bolt's coming up and hitting the chassis, which is only just, but it's a bit of a bore, mainly when you're going around a corner and you're getting a bit of side load on the car. So anyway, this winter I want to sort of take that out and sort that out. So anyway, bit of a short video this week. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it the like, the thumbs up, and subscribe, and there will be more videos coming very soon.